Okay, so today we're going to be going over topic 3.2. But notice that we skipped topic 3.1. 3.1 is about estimating. We're actually just going to combine the two lessons together. We're not going to spend a whole day on estimating. But what you're going to need is your notes book that you take notes in and a pencil. Our objective today is that you can find the sums and differences of decimals. So let's remember what these words mean. Sum means add, and difference means subtract. So what our goal is today, that you can add and subtract numbers with or without decimals. So before we get going on that, let's go over real quick topic 3.1, estimating. If we had this basic problem, 4 6/10 minus 1 2/10, we're going to estimate. This little symbol right here in math means around. 4 6/10 is around 5. 1 2/10 is around 1. Now you need to remember that if the number next to the number that we're rounding is 5 or higher, we round this up. If the number next to the number that we're rounding is 4 or lower, then we round down. So 4.6 rounds up to a 5, 1.2 rounds up to a 1. So 4 6/10 minus 1 2/10 is really 3 4/10, but we estimated it to 4 6/10 is a 5, well 1 2/10 is a 1, we subtract that, it's around 4, it's pretty close. Another example would be like 89 3/10 and 42 5/10. We were going to round to the tens place, estimate it. 89 is around 90 and 42 is around 40. So we're just estimating. This is approximately 130. And that's all we're going to talk about estimating. So now let's get on to the actual math here. We want to add and subtract decimals. And the most important rule, there's only one super important rule, and this is just for adding and subtracting. This is just adding and subtracting. The most important rule is that you have to line up the decimals. It doesn't matter in multiplication or division, but adding and subtracting, you have to line them up. So if I had this problem, 6 75 thousandths plus 52 3/10, I'm going to add these together, so I need to line them up. See how they're not lined up? I'm not going to line them up from left to right. See how my decimals are diagonal? No! They need to be right on top of each other. They're going to be right on top of each other like that. So I lined up my decimals. My next step that is helpful, especially in subtraction, is then putting zeros where there's any blank spaces. So I did that. And our third step is then to solve. So I'm just going to add these numbers together. I need to then bring this decimal straight down. We're going to do a couple more of those. But I know this is not the first time you've seen it, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. So let's try this number. 87 2/10 minus 3 1500ths. So my very first steps, I need to put them on top of each other, and I need to line up my decimals. So I have 87 2/10. Should I line them up like this? No, because my decimals are diagonal. I need to line them up so the decimals are right on top of each other. So it'd be like this, 3 1500ths. Step 2 is I'm going to add some zeros. And now we need to subtract like normal. 0 cannot take away 5, so I'm going to borrow and regroup. 10 take away 5 is 5. 1 take away 1 is 0. I'm going to bring down my decimals straight down. 7 take away 3 is 4, and 8 take away 0 is 0. So 87 2/10 minus 3 1500ths is 84 500ths. I'm going to show you one more example because I just wanted to remind you about our dog and their tails. Remember that numbers without decimals are just like dogs without tails. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. The poor little puppy got his tail cut off in some horrible car accident. I don't even know what happened. So if you don't see the decimal, remember it's this little tails at the end. You don't want tails on your puppy's nose. So if we had the problem, 15 minus 4 2/10, my first step is I need to line them up with the decimal. Uh-oh, this number has no decimal. Yes, it does. Oh, I know. It's right there. It's this little tail. We're going to subtract 4 2/10. They're right on top of each other. I'm going to fill in zeros so I don't get confused. 0 can't take away 2, so we're going to borrow and regroup. We do a little subtraction, bring our decimal straight down. And there we go. 15 minus 4 2/10 will be 10 8/10. Okay, I'll see you later.